Naya Marie Rivera was an American actress, singer, and model. She began her career as a child actress and model, appearing in national television commercials before landing the role of Hillary Winston on the short-lived CBS sitcom The Royal Family at the age of 4, 1991–1992. For the part she received a nomination for a Young Artist Award. After a series of recurring television roles and guest spots as a teenager, Rivera received her breakthrough role as Santana Lopez on the Fox television series Glee, 2009–2015. For the role, she received nominations for numerous awards and critical acclaim. Rivera was signed to Columbia Records as a solo musical artist in 2011 and despite never releasing a studio album released a single, Sorry, featuring rapper Big Sean, in 2013. On film, Rivera made her debut as Vera in the horror film At the Devil's Door, 2014, before playing a supporting role in the comedy film Mad Families, 2017. On July 8, 2020, Rivera was declared a missing person after her 4-year-old son, Josie, was found alone in Rivera's rented boat at Lake Piru, near Santa Clarita, California. Her body was recovered from the lake on the morning of July 13 following a 5-day search. Rivera was born in Santa Clarita, California, on January 12, 1987, and raised in Santa Clarita's Valencia neighborhood. She lived in or around Los Angeles for most of her life. She was of African American, German, and Puerto Rican descent. Her parents are Yolanda, a former model, and George Rivera. She was the oldest of 3 children. Her younger brother is former NFL tight end Michael Rivera V and her younger sister is runway model Nikyla Rivera. At 8 or 9 months old, Rivera began to be represented by the same talent agent as her mother, who had moved to Los Angeles to pursue modeling. Rivera appeared in commercials for Kmart as a baby, but her first significant acting job was at age 4 when she appeared as Hillary Winston in the Royal Family sitcom in 1991. The show received positive reviews and high ratings initially, but it was cancelled soon after star Redd Foxx suffered a sudden heart attack on set, which Rivera witnessed. She received a Young Artist Award nomination for her performance in the series. Between 1992 and 2002, she had small roles in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, Live Shot, Baywatch, Smart Guy, House Blend, Even Stevens and The Master of Disguise. In 2002, she also appeared in the music video for B2K's Why I Love You. She then had a guest appearance on The Bernie Mac Show in 2002, before returning to the show for 10 episodes throughout its 5-season run. She was later featured in episodes of 8 Simple Rules and CSI, Miami. In between auditions and roles, Rivera worked jobs as a telemarketer, a nanny, and a greeter at an Abercrombie & Fitch store. In 2006 and 2007, Rivera took part in a production of Mark E. Swinton's play, You Don't Know Me, the musical, both in Los Angeles and when the production was taken on national tour. Rivera auditioned for an unspecified season of American Idol during the San Francisco auditions, and she was cut in the first round. Rivera dated actor Taoi Mowry between 2000 and 2004, after meeting on Smart Guy in the 1990s. She remained close with Taoi and his sisters, Tia and Tamara Mowry, until her death, including helping the sisters find an apartment when they got kicked out of their house. She then dated Glee CO star Mark Salling between 2008 and 2010. She began dating recording artist Big Sean in April 2013. They announced their engagement in October 2013, but ended their relationship in April 2014. Soon after her split from Big Sean, Rivera began dating actor Ryan Dorsey. They had previously dated 4 years earlier and were married in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico in July 2014. On February 24, 2015, Rivera announced that she and Dorsey were expecting their first child. 81. Their son, Josie Hollis, was born in September 2015. In her memoir, Rivera revealed that she had an abortion in 2010, shortly after splitting from Dorsey, due to the fact that her career was taking off with the success of Glee. In November 2016, she filed for divorce after 2 years of marriage, but called off the separation in October 2017. In late November 2017, Rivera was arrested and charged in Kanawha County, West Virginia with misdemeanor domestic battery against Dorsey after she allegedly hit him in the head during an altercation over their child. Her bond was set at $1,000, and she was released and picked up from the courthouse by her father-in-law. She subsequently refiled for divorce in December 2017. Later that month, Rivera and Dorsey agreed to temporarily share joint custody of their son. In January 2018, the domestic battery charge was dismissed at the request of Dorsey, who notified both the prosecution and the defense counsel that he was no longer seeking prosecution and has confirmed he was never at any time injured by the conduct of Ms. Rivera. On June 14, 2018, Rivera and Dorsey finalized their divorce. In January 2015, during her appearance as a guest host on The View, Rivera alluded to her possible bisexuality. Rosie O'Donnell remarked on a recent study that showed that bisexual women were more likely to have mental health problems than lesbians, to which Rivera replied, "Rosie, no wonder I'm crazy. This just solves it all." Rivera dedicated her time to various charitable organizations including GLAAD, Stand Up to Cancer, the Trevor Project, the Elephant Project, and the Sunshine Foundation. In 2011, Rivera hosted the San Francisco GLAAD Media Awards. In November 2011, Rivera and her Glee co-star Amber Riley performed at the 10th annual Celebration of Dreams event for the Dream Foundation. In December 2011, she was named the newest celebrity spokesperson for Proactive. On March 24, 2012, she co-hosted the 23rd Annual GLAAD Media Awards in New York with Glee co-star Corey Monteith. Along with John Stamos, both hosts auctioned off kisses to the crowd, raising $15,000. This tradition had started with Rivera when she hosted the 22nd Annual Media Awards in San Francisco. On July 8, 2020, Rivera was declared a missing person after her 4-year-old son, Josie, was found alone in Rivera's rented boat at Lake Piru, a man-made reservoir in the Los Padres National Forest in Ventura County, California. The search for both Rivera and Josie had begun at 4:00 p.m. PDT, 3 hours after they left the dock, when their rental was over. Another boater discovered Josie alone, asleep on the boat with his life jacket on, around 5:00 p.m. The boat was in the Narrows, an area at the north of the lake that can be quite deep and windy. An adult life jacket was found on board, along with Rivera's identification. Josie told investigators that they were swimming. His mother had helped him climb back into the boat, but she was unable to climb back on board herself, and then she disappeared underwater. He also stated that his mother was not wearing a life jacket. Lake Piru is known locally for strong, unpredictable currents and whirlpools that have caused the deaths of swimmers in the past. Rivera's vehicle, a black Mercedes G-Wagon, was found in the parking lot. The Ventura County Sheriff's Office suspended the search and rescue operation that evening and resumed again the following day. The lake was closed to the public, with dive teams from across the region taking part in the search. On July 10, the Sheriff's Office released closed-circuit television footage of Rivera and her son arriving in the parking lot and leaving the dock on the boat, as well as dive teams and sonar. Sniffer dogs were taken out on the lake. On July 13, it was announced that a body had been found floating in Lake Piru by divers. When the search resumed in the morning, at around 9:30 am, the body was confirmed to be Rivera's at a press conference held later that day. She was officially declared dead on July 13. The Ventura County Sheriff suggested that Rivera and Josie may have got caught in a rip current. These can be common in the area of lake they were in, especially during the afternoon, and struggled to get back to the boat, which was found unanchored and so may have drifted from where they entered the water. He concluded that she likely mustered enough energy to save her son, but not enough to save herself, noting that Josie described being pushed back onto the boat by his mother. On July 14, the Ventura County Medical Examiner released an autopsy report stating that the cause of death was an accidental drowning, and that there was no evidence of injury or intoxication. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more updates.